Jurassic World Rebirth trailer? Check. Now what about the announcement trailer for Jurassic World Evolution 3? Well, we might finally have a possible release date for that trailer. Frontier has said to their investors that ideally they would launch the game around the same time the film premieres.
Clearly ideal is you go much closer to the movie and get the benefits for that.
Jurassic World Rebirth hits theaters on July 2nd. That's a little over 4 months from now. Surely they can't wait much longer to start marketing their game. Recently, Frontier has started doing Know Your Dino posts again. Nothing new, it's just the Changzhousaurus and Dryosaurus. But as I tweeted, it seems to me like they are preheating the oven before they start cooking up some hype for that new game. Are they gearing up to post a Know Your Dino with the skin of a dinosaur not in Jurassic World Evolution 2? Like how they announced Pyroraptor and Dominion content overall in May of 2022 with this image? It would be a fun tactic, but I think a game announcement trailer, which is what we're waiting for, will just sneakily be dropped one day. But what day? Obviously, the answer for now is we don't really know. But there are some dates to keep an eye on that I want to share with you, one in particular that seems to have a very high likelihood. And of course, if you want to make sure that you don't miss the announcement or any other news, subscribe to the channel. The game can be announced on literally any random day, the way Planet Coaster 2 was announced on a random Thursday in July of 2024, 16 weeks before the launch of the game on November 1st. There are 18 weeks and 6 days between now when I'm recording this and July 2nd when Rebirth premieres. Of course, the game won't drop on exactly the same date as the movie. Could be a little before, could be a little after. Could be way after. Remember that ideal situations are rarely reality. This investor livestream was a month ago in mid-January, at which point they apparently didn't have a release date yet to communicate with their investors. Couldn't even say in no uncertain terms that it would launch close to the premiere of the movie. Here's the full clip of what they said.
It's about Jurassic and how reliant are we on films. Clearly, you know, where you're paying for an IP, and it's a film IP, having an IP event like a film launch is really very helpful, and that was the plan with all 3 games, right? I mean, the second game, because of COVID, the movie ended up getting pushed out a whole year, and so we needed to change plans. We went for that double bounce strategy with the launch, then following up with film content, which actually was very successful in the end.
Now, me floating the idea that the game might come later than their ideal plan is just me being a devil's advocate. For the time being, we are still assuming that the game will come close-ish to the film. Although I do have a date in mind coming up later in this video that if we don't have an announcement by then, I think the game is coming much later than ideal. But for now, what makes sense for an announcement date considering we are presumably already entering the expected time window for marketing? Well, you've probably been yelling at me since the start of this video, Frontier Unlocked next week. Yes, next week is the last Wednesday of the month, and Frontier will be back with their monthly Frontier Unlocked streams. It will be their first Unlocked stream of 2025, so it's already, you could say, a bit of a special occasion. And because it's the first stream since their winter break, it's probably gonna get some extra eyes on it as anticipation has been building in their absence. Frontier has announced new DLC during these Unlocked streams, like the very last DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2. As far as I know, they've never used the stream to announce a new game for the first time. But like I said, any day is possible, including the day of the Unlocked stream. Even though my expectations for the Unlocked stream are low, I will be tuning in and bringing you the news if there is any. But there's another date I have higher expectations for. The Future Game Show. Although, not gonna lie, I totally forgot Future Game Show was a thing, so it's not really the biggest event in gaming, but it's a big enough event with, importantly, the right timing. The Future Game Show has their spring showcase on March 20th, promising to include some world premieres. We don't know if Frontier will be showing anything there, but Frontier Developments is tagged at the bottom of the Games Radar article on the Future Game Show. Credit to All in Red on Reddit for snuffing this out. It's very weird that Frontier is tagged for this article because they are not mentioned in the article itself at all. Nowhere online is it confirmed that they will be part of the showcase either. And on top of everything, why just tag Frontier and out them like that if they are dropping something at the show and not any of the other developers participating? I want to highlight that it could be a mistake that Frontier Developments was tagged, although it would be an odd mistake to make in all fairness. If it's not a mistake, then it could be any other number of things, right? Maybe they're showcasing something for one of their other games. Them being tagged doesn't confirm anything as far as an announcement for Jurassic World Evolution 3, it just piques my interest enough that I wanted to share it with you. Future Game Show is not the biggest gaming event of the year, but dropping their trailer here still gets some extra eyes on it. Premiering your trailer at any event doesn't come cheap though, so whether these extra eyes are worth a chunk of their marketing budget at the moment remains to be seen. After all, even without an event, the power of the Jurassic franchise will likely generate a lot of traffic whenever and wherever they decide to drop the announcement trailer. March 20th feels a bit late for their ideal scenario of launching close to Jurassic World Rebirth, with less than 15 weeks between March 20th and July 2nd. But that's actually not far off with what they did for Planet Coaster 2, which had only 16 weeks between announcement and launch. Plus, like I said, the game won't release on exactly the same day as the movie. Launching only a week later puts the marketing cycle right on par with Planet Coaster 2's. The Frontier Unlocked on the following Wednesday, March 26th, could then be all about Jurassic World Evolution 3 with developer interviews and maybe some first sneak peeks. I think as far as trying to pin down a date, March 20th, the Future Game Show, feels like the safest bet, if only because you can't make any predictions for when they might drop it on a random day. If the game isn't announced at the Future Game Show in March, then I'll be thinking more and more that my theory about the game releasing in November and getting announced around the time of the movie's premiere isn't so crazy anymore. So again, March 20th is a date to watch, even if only because it'll be a turning point for my expectations regarding the actual release date of the game. While it would suck to wait that long, we also just want the best possible game. If that takes a little longer to cook, I'm totally fine with that. So what do you think? Is the trailer coming at Frontier Unlocked next week, a surprise random day, or at the Future Game Show? Let me know in a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, here are some more videos you should check out. Clicking through really helps my channel, so I'd appreciate you giving another video a shot. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time. It could literally be any day now.